Hi guys, and thanks for watching our weather update on July 24th, 2023. So, looking at the sun imagery, we're seeing that we're currently seeing a system over Europe bringing thunderstorms, and system in the system in the Atlantic bring rain. The radar shows that we have storms over Europe, one there over Poland, one over the South Poland, also one from Italy off into the southeast of Europe. So storms there, showers over France, quite dry over Ireland. However, we are seeing a few showers forming this evening and tonight. Quite heavy ones there along the east coast there of Wexford. There, just brushing the coast. This is the UKV 5-day forecast, so you can see some showers today, especially in the east. They're mainly fading away tonight. Tonight will be quite dry and clearing up as it progresses. Tomorrow morning, cloud will form as the sun is going, so thermals. However, they won't really bubble up too much. There'll be an inversion, meaning that the clouds won't grow so much, so just fair weather clouds like cumulus and stratocumulus, and going through the day, a few light showers may form in the south and southeast. Also, some more general showers may move into Donegal and off into Ulster as well, Northern Ireland, that sort of area. Off into tomorrow night and Wednesday morning, we get some clear slots over the east and northeast and north. Though in the west, we do see some patchy rain moving. Now, that will move in quite slowly across the country throughout Wednesday even. And a spell of very heavy rain will move in over Munster and South Leinster in the afternoon. That is quite intense, so some quite large rainfall totals from that. That'll clear away, and followed by westerly winds for Thursday. It'll be quite a decent day with a cloud in the morning, breaking up to reveal sunny skies by the afternoon. So I think that should be quite pleasant. Into Friday, we see some areas of showers moving in from the west. They're quite intense there, especially for Goya Mare, and they'll gradually trek eastwards through the evening and nights. They'll clear off by midnight into the Irish Sea and towards Wales. Now into Saturday, we see a rash of downpours moving in from the west. They're intense, heavy, thundery, of hail even. So properly low pressure dominated for the next 5 days. The temperature forecast, I had it there for a bit. Sorry about that. Thought it went loads. Anyways, today, high teens in the Midlands, south and west. Elsewhere on the east coast and over North Connacht and Ulster, only picked back around the mid-teens. Into 3 a.m. on Tuesday. Again, actually we could go further. We should go further on to see the low temperatures. Actually, 3 a.m. isn't late enough. So I think 5 a.m. Tuesday, around 6-7 degrees or 8 degrees in many areas, especially in East Munster, North Munster, and Leinster and South Ulster. Elsewhere, 10 to 12. Into, I'd say, 3 p.m. Tuesday, 4 p.m. Tuesday. Values rising up to the high teens, possibly just scraping 20 in the Midlands, West and Northwest. Elsewhere, high teens, and in the North, lower teens. Into Wednesday morning, lowest temperatures in the east, around 10 degrees. In the north and in the west and the West Midlands, only around the low teens. Into Wednesday, it'll be a cooler day. Warmest to start off across the east and especially towards the north, like Antrim and Down and into Tyrone. Probably around like 19 to 20 degrees there. Quite interestingly so. Into Wednesday evening, starting on Thursday. Quite a muggy, mild night. Widely around the mid-teens. And at 3 a.m, high teens even in the east. Into Thursday, a very pleasant day in store. Anywhere east of the line from like Dundalk down towards the Cork to Kerry border, you'll be above 20 degrees, and gradually getting cooler as you go towards the northwest, with the northwest coast only like 16 degrees, but really quite pleasant there on Thursday. Into Friday morning, I think these lows depend on cloud cover. So in this portion here, like Leinster, we'll see lows down to 10 to 12. In this little sliver here from Cork up towards East Clare, Limerick, off towards the Midlands, through into Cavan, Monaghan, Louth, this sort of area here towards the northeast country, you're around 10 or even down to 8 degrees. And further west, you're like 10 to 13. Into Friday, highest temperatures in the east, getting towards 20 degrees. Although wide areas of the west like Kerry, Clare, Galway, Mayo, Roscommon, Leitrim, parts of West Cavan, Longford, these sort of areas, Westmeath, and Donegal, actually, Leash is down there, sorry about that. You're pegged down towards like 15 degrees widely, 13 over Donegal. And into Saturday morning, quite widely okay-ish, widely 12 degrees. Sorry about that. And 3 p.m. on Saturday, look at that. And that will depend on showers. So you can see, if I zoom in, these yellow rows are like lines. And that shows you that the winds are in from the northwest. And we sort of have these areas of clear spells, sunny spells, going like this across the country. So where any showers aren't falling, highest temperatures there. So they'll sort of vary through the day, see what I mean? This is the NAO index, and it's observed and forecasted by the GEFS, by the GEFS. Anyway, okay, so we can see that the NAO is the North Atlantic Oscillation, and in the summer, a positive NAO means that you got the low pressure centered towards Iceland and Greenland, and the jet stream also tends to go well to the north of Ireland, and the Azores high is very strong and tends to ridge towards us. And as I've explained so often before, the Azores high coming towards us is the key to our hot spells. And if there's a negative NAO, it means that you got higher pressure towards Iceland and Greenland, and down towards the Azores there's lower pressure, as the low that's normally over Iceland and Greenland doing a positive NAO is shunted southwards, and that brings the cool and wet weather that we're seeing at the moment. And if you zoom in, we can see so clearly that July has had a solidly negative NAO from start to like the 24th of July, and it'll stay that way for the following week of July. Though just on the last day there's a chance that also into August it could briefly barely positive and down towards neutral towards August 5th, around that sort of time. And now bear in mind, that's just the mean of the ensembles. These red lines are the ensembles, and a large cluster actually bringing the NAO more positive than the ensemble mean. And the only reason why it's so low, I think, is that we have some really quite severely negative more outliers down here, and the fact that there's a negative skews the mean. So I think that this black dash line could be dragged just a bit further up. So the Azores could strengthen somewhat into early August, and we'll see what the charts have to say about that. So the GFS charts, looking like this. So northerly winds today, a few showers, quite chilly. Into tomorrow, a brief ridge will bump in. I just spoiled things. A brief ridge will just bump in from the south. So quite a dry day, bar over Ulster. Into Wednesday, another area of low will roll in from the west. Again, bring rain, followed by showers on Friday and Saturday. Flat as a pancake there on Saturday. with a stream of low pressure to our north, and the Azores High well away to the south. Into Sunday and Monday, winds actually go northerly next Monday again, followed by a transient ridge on Tuesday. Or is it the Azores High looks ridgy and strong, and it tries to ridge towards us on Wednesday, August 2nd, and the low pressure does seem to be easing towards Iceland. Now, I think that that would cause the NAO to go more positive. That would be it. And we get a nice chunky area of high pressure forming right over us. And in the end, it goes towards Scandinavia. And we're dragging quite a warm to hot easterly winds. That is really quite nice. Until a thundery low moves up from the south on the 8th of August. But still, winds in from the south. That is all over again with the upper air temperatures. So upper air temperatures on Wednesday, August 2nd, quite chilly, not chilly, but average-ish, should I say. Into Thursday, August 3rd, the plus 15 Celsius ice term moves in to the south, and that is with that Azores High. So that could get the temperature into the high 20s easily with sunshine. The high pressure sort of reaches towards Scandinavia, and upper temperatures stay warm. So I think that even though the upper temperatures aren't excessively hot, if it's sunny with that ridge, the after day, the heat will build, and I can't see why 30 Celsius isn't possible during this spell. We saw it last August, a similar theme, the way high pressure just sat over a stable day, waterfall sunshine, crystal clear blue skies, and the temperature just mounted and mounted. That'd be a very similar situation. And actually, we do pull up some very hot upper temperatures there on August 7th. We nearly get the plus 20 Celsius them in. It dies off towards England, but let's say we get the plus 18. So I think we do get the plus 18 Celsius. We do get the plus 18 Celsius ice them in anyway. Sorry about that. And a thundery low moves in. So that would be very volatile. But that was a very interesting run. It just showed that there's just a chance that August may still change. This is the ECM tool, it says. So again, low from the west, and it stays that way into the end of July. Look at that pest in the west. It goes on. Although by August 3rd, the Azores High looking ridgy. Is that one to watch, guys? What do you think? That may be one to watch. I think that's an area of interest, guys. If you're sick of this weather, focus on early August, because that looks quite interesting from the run so far. Anyway, UK Met Run, westerly winds, low pressure, but on the last of July, just a transient ridge from the Azores. Now, this doesn't get towards early August, so we can't tell. So, it doesn't show what may happen into early August. This is a GEM. So again, low pressure midweek, into the end of the week, rain, then showers. Thursday, quite decent. Into August 1st, that's very autumnal there. Will it show the Azores High ridging? No, it just keeps winds in from the west and northwest. No hope with the icon. Oh, sorry. No hope with the GEM. This is the icon. I don't think that this can get to... I don't think that this gets to August yet. But we can see that deep low next week, very deep there actually to our west. Again, very showery, wet, breezy, westerly winds. And by August 1st actually, winds in from the north. So I say the GFS and ECM showing the Azores High getting more ridgy and active, but the other runs, like the GEM, that's the only one that really gets towards August, and the icon, don't really show any sign of the high intensifying at all. So it's one to watch. The arpege just looks westerly, by the way. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's something of a turn up for the books, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.